Now, the quantum mechanical stuff. You make fun of quantum mechanics. You, you act. I don't know. You say we know scientifically that it's not true, basically, since it says there is randomness. It's not totally uncontrolled randomness. I don't know why you'd think that. It's not the kind of randomness where um, roaches turn into people. We have to make a distinction between, or I have to, quantum mechanics and quantum phenomena. The quantum mechanical theories and the quantum mechanical phenomena. You know, the phenomena are experiments that we do that we try to explain. Now, we've explained them really well mathematically. We can show you exactly where the the quantum uh, phenomena pattern will lay down, and you can't tell a single event, but give me 1,000, a million events, I will tell you the pattern. And it's sort of a funny thing because you get to know things really precisely, but never exactly. It's always going to be a little different. The pattern you show is, it leaves open the exact pattern that um, it's like a fingerprint. You know the part that it'll look like a fingerprint, but you don't really know what shape the fingerprint will be. Now, the quantum phenomena have not really been explained well other than by probability waves. Now, it's a little weird to think that a particle is made up of probability, but it's not really probability. It's got to be something else. It's got to be something like some sort of a potential energy. So maybe it's a tension in a field towards a certain thing that correlates to probability. Or it might be good to think of it as um, not probability at all. But that's the nice thing about the multiverse. It says it's actuality. If you have the little wave packet and there's the one peak, and underneath the one little peak maybe is a total of 40% of the probability is that the particle is in that line segment somewhere. More or less, at one particular point. And, that would mean that there are actually that many universes, with the electron there. So it's a volume of universes. And they all continue to exist. And it's just that the rules of the interactions of these universes are is that after some events, the universes don't interact anymore. They split. It's just constantly splitting away. And the chunks are kind of getting smaller, but it doesn't matter because, everything proportionally shifts. And eventually the whole universe will evaporate. No, I'm just kidding about that. But, no, we don't know if it really splits or what. But, I mean, it's not that bad of a conclusion. It actually addresses some of the randomness stuff, but it still doesn't answer why we only sense one. And to really prove it, you'd want to be able to sense the other ones even better than we have, because we only have the hint of them being there. So there's still randomness in that. Even if all of those possibilities exist, we take one. Okay. So all of the possibilities existing, that satisfies your idea that there's cause and effect. Okay, there is no uncaused cause. It's just that a cause can have. Okay, cause is one of those negative words. Okay, cause is one of those confused words. Okay, and quantum mechanics is not saying there's an unconscious cause. I've said this 1,000 times to you. I can't you know that I mean this. There is an idea of cause and effect in quantum mechanics. It's just that for any one cause, at least metaphorically, there are multiple effects. So, for example, an electron is a cause. And if I fire it at the two slits, there's many possible effects. Okay? It can go through one slit, it can go through the other slit, or it can hit the screen that the slits are in. Okay. That's many effects. Alright? From one cause, the electron is fired. Okay. And that's not an uncaused cause. It's just saying that there's more than one. And our debate is about how does the one we experience get chosen. You, with being very classical way of thinking about this stuff, you want to say, well, there's some hidden cause that actually makes it so there aren't really multiple possibilities. But I don't particularly believe that, and we have not proved that by any means. Quite the contrary, it's very difficult, as I was saying, to even create a coherent theory like that, where we can't ever find out something that helps determine, because we could use the difference determinations to detect it. But anyway, there's some, but as I say, they're even weirder than quantum mechanics. So, it looks to me like there's this kind of random, but, it's not just totally, unlimited thing, like, you'll sprout wings and fly. Since that doesn't happen, obviously we're not free at all. No, we're constrained. The electron doesn't just turn into a butterfly on the way to the screen and fly away. But, there's a few different options. Many millions, actually. Subtly different, but, like 3 or 4 noticeably different kinds of options. And, so, yeah. It's just that cause is one of these words that has to be updated. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Cause is a word that has to be updated. Okay? Cause has to be updated. And, or there's an element of nostalgia in it for antiquity. Because, yeah, we used to think things could be random. And then we thought, oh, no, actually, look, we could figure everything out if you know enough of the starting information. And then modern physics came along and they're like, wait, never mind that. Yeah, things can be random. And you are still in that middle part. It was kind of nice. It's like being high on, we'll know everything if we just know. And you say what would demonstrate. Well, forget. No, I'm going to leave that to the end. But it's like it's going to be a third video. Whatever. It's different topics. Choice. You think that's one of the screwed up words. Well, to me, I'm going to stick with this metaphor. Rise is a bullshit verb for what the sun does, okay? But it does something. If you really object to the word choice, give me a name for the things that we call choice now. Give me a name for the things that we call choice now. All right? Do you understand? Because we call certain phenomena choice. Phenomena we notice in ourselves. Phenomena we notice in other things. I can sometimes see something making a choice, and people can certainly tell me, and I can perceive it that way. And then tell me what choice, or whatever you want to call it, really is. Just like we can say what the sun really does. We can call it sunrise still, and we're not confused. We know really it's not rising. We can even call it that, and the framing of it rising doesn't really confuse us about celestial mechanics.